Good morning, everyone. Robin Valadier is back here again, shooting this in my basement and not the clinic this time. I know what most of you are thinking is, Robin, I want to get back to golf. It's the middle of April, the weather's starting to turn. We all saw Tiger Woods' win off the Masters on Rewind last week. We just want to get out and golf. I'm here to show you there's some things you can do at home right now to prepare your body for when the golf season starts. As a physiotherapist, we deal with mobility deficiencies all the time. So I'm going to go review thoracic and hip mobility as their foundational movements in the golf swing. And then I'm going to give you a series of whole body based mobility exercises. Mark's going to cover the strengthening approach, looking at whole body as well as the king, the glutes area. I want to thank the Club Link golf community, the CSC Fitness, and the Rob Val Physio community providing your input as to what videos you'd like to see. All you're going to need, guys, is a foam roller and a mat, and you're all set. Thoracic rotation. Great for the backswing, great for the follow through. What I'm going to ask you to do is use a foam roller or a pillow for the first series here. It's called open book with a little modification, putting the hand behind your head. What we want to do is lock out the lumbar spine from rotating. So what we can do for that, have the foam roller in front of you, lie back on a mat. It doesn't have to be AstroTurf. Put your front knee, or in this case, my right knee on the foam roller and pin it against that. My left arm is out in front of me. My right hand's behind my head, and I'm just dropping my right elbow down, making sure my whole body doesn't rotate because my leg is pinned to the foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, bust it out of the way. Bring your two knees up towards your chest, locking out that low back. Same thing, hand behind your head, dropping it down, coming back up. That's called the open book. Second one is thoracic extension, being able to maintain that posture throughout the swing. This time you're going to need a foam roller. If you don't have one, you can use the arm of a couch or a chair. What I'm going to show you is prayer pose. With your mat, foam roller in front of you, put your forearms down on the foam roller, sink your glutes back to your heels, and you're going to roll out, bringing that chest down. You should feel a big stretch in your mid-back, and then coming back out. And then same thing, going straight back down. That's called prayer pose. Next up, hips. Working on internal and external rotation. This one's called hip drop. You might have seen this one before. Sitting with your legs about 90 degrees, feet on the floor. What you're going to try to do is move to one side, kind of like a windshield wiper. Dropping down, and then switching back. What you're looking to do is, if you're going to your left, you might be working on left external rotation and right internal rotation. And when you go to your right, you're looking at right hip external rotation and left hip internal rotation. Both are involved with the backswing and the follow through, but you might have some deficiencies here that you want to clear up. Fourth one here is called the 90-90. Sitting on your mat again, you want to make 90-degree angles with your right hip and right leg, and the left hip and left leg. Try to keep your upper body and lower body in a nice straight line versus tilting out to the side. You can use your hands to support if you need to, and you're going to sink down and hold this stretch. You might not feel much on one side. If you don't, that's okay. Then we're going to switch over to the other side. I'm going to take you through kind of going with your hands with support first. Once again, try to sit up nice and tall. You might feel more of a pinch on one side here, more of a stretch. That shows you might have a little bit of lack of mobility on one side versus the other, especially one rotation versus the other. Fifth and final movement is the prayer pose into a frogger. One's going to involve thoracic extension with hip external rotation and a groin stretch. So we all know what the prayer pose looks like. Foam roller or even the arm of a chair in front of you. Then you're going to get into wide with your knees, close with your feet in that frogger position. So let me demonstrate. Forearms on the roller in front of you, rolling forward. You'll feel it in your mid-back, a little bit in your lower back, and when you come back on the reverse, you're going to sink your bum down to your heels, open up that internal and inner groin, and back out again. That's going to incorporate both thoracic extension and hip external rotation.